State of Michigan versus Jason Brian Dalton, file number 160287F5. Jason Brian Dalton. This matter is scheduled for arraignment this afternoon. It is alleged by people of the state of Michigan that on or about February 20, 2016, following 16 offenses occurred, and count 1 is alleged to have taken place February 20, 2016 in the township of Texas, county, state of Michigan. The defendant did murder Mary Lou Nye. Guilty of this offense, felony punishable by a sentence of life in prison. Count 2 of the complaint is alleged that on February 20, 2016, in Texas County, state of Michigan, that the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm with a pistol at the time he felony of open murder. Guilty of this offense, it too is a felony, punishable by up to 2 years consecutively with and preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction. Count 3 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in Texas Township, Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, that the defendant did murder Mary Jo Nye. Guilty of this offense, it is a felony, punishable by up to life in prison. Count 4 alleges on February 20, 2016, in Texas Township, Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, that the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm with a pistol at the time he committed or attempted to commit the felony, that being open murder. Guilty of this offense, it is a felony, punishable by 2 years consecutive with or preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction. Count 5 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in Texas Township, Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, the defendant did murder Barbara Hawthorne. Guilty of this offense, it is a felony, punishable by up to life in prison. Count 6 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, Texas Township, that the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm with a pistol at the time he committed the felony of open murder. Guilty of this count, felony, punishable by up to 2 years for the felony or attempted felony conviction. Count 7 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in Texas Township, Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, that the defendant did murder Dorothy Brown. Guilty of this offense, is a felony, punishable by up to life in prison. Count 8 alleges that the same time, date, and place, the defendant did carry or had in his possession a firearm, a pistol, at the time he committed or attempted to commit the felony of open murder. Guilty of count 8. It's a felony punishable by up to 2 years consecutively with preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony. Count 9 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in the city of Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, that the defendant did murder Richard Smith. Guilty of this offense is a felony, punishable by life in prison. Count 10 alleges at that same time, date, and place that the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm, pistol, at the time he committed or attempted to commit the felony. And guilty of this offense is a felony, punishable by 2 years consecutively with and preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction. Count 11 alleges that on or about February 20, 2016, in the city of Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, the defendant did murder Tyler Smith. Guilty of this offense, it is a felony, punishable by up to life in prison. Count 12 alleges at that same time, date, and place, that the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm with a pistol at the time he committed or attempted to commit the felony of open murder. Guilty of this offense, punishable by up to 2 years in prison consecutively with felony or attempted felony. Count 13 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in Texas Township, Kalamazoo County, state of Michigan, that the defendant did make an assault upon a minor child with intent to commit the crime of murder. Guilty of this offense is punishable by life for any number of years. Count 14 alleges at that same time, date, and place, the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm and pistol at which time he committed or attempted punishable by up to 2 years consecutively with or preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction. Count 15 alleges that on February 20, 2016, in Richland Township, Galveston County, state of Michigan, that the defendant made an assault upon Deanna Carruthers with the intent to commit the crime of murder. Guilty of this offense is punishable by up to life or any number of years. Count 16 alleges at that same time taking place that the defendant did carry or have in his possession a firearm with a pistol at the time he committed or attempted to commit a felony, that being assault with intent to murder. If guilty of this count is a felony punishable by up to 2 years consecutively with and preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction. You understand the charges being made against you, and then maximum sentences that I just stated. You have the right to the assistance of an attorney and the right to be represented by an attorney in all subsequent proceedings in this matter. If you're indigent or cannot afford an attorney, will appoint an attorney to represent you at public expense. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do say, either orally or in writing, can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present for any questions which you consent. Intend to retain a private attorney, or you want the court to appoint an attorney for you at this time. The right to have a probable cause conference within 7 to 14 days, the right to have a preliminary examination 5 to 7 days thereafter. Those have been scheduled. Next court appearance will be a pre-exam conference scheduled for Thursday, March 3rd, 2016, 8:30 a.m. in courtroom N of Michigan Avenue Courthouse. The preliminary exam itself is scheduled for March 10, 2016, 1:30 p.m. here in courtroom M of the Michigan Avenue Courthouse. With regard to bond, is there anything you wish to tell the court at this time concerning your connections with the community? Very good. The court exercises discretion under MCR 6.106B1A1 to deny bail at this time as defendant is charged with murder. We receive a copy of the notice to move here, and that concludes today's. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, guys, that was just a replay from earlier in case you missed it. We're now going live to a plane crash, it looks like. We're going to get you guys more details. Don't have a lot of information right now. These are live aerials coming in, and we'll let you guys know more information momentarily.
I have no idea. Okay. Aha, he hit a car. Hit 2 cars. Perhaps more. Okay.
Well, from what we can determine is that this Mooney aircraft, single-engine aircraft, was attempting to land at Whiteman Airport when something went terribly wrong. As you can see, it looks like it landed or hit a couple of cars here on the road, ripped a wing off. Luckily, no fire ensued. As you can see, though, there are some fuel stains on the ground. When we first arrived, the Sheriff's Department paramedics were treating or evaluating the individual there in the checkered shirt, who appears to be the pilot of this aircraft. Now, let me zoom out wide here, and I'll show you how close to Whiteman Airport this is. It's about a block south of Osborne on the San Fernando Road here, right at Corinthi. And so far, we don't see any problems with the pilot, and we'll throw it back to you, Lisa.
All right, so based on what the pilot says, this is near Whiteman Airport in Southern California, in the San Fernando Valley community of Pacoima, for those of you familiar with the area.
No problem. There was a lot of information I could impart there. He didn't dump a lot of fuel. That's maybe why he came down in the street. He may have been out of fuel.
I will be here at 7:30 and at 7:15. This is nice. We're trying to grab. I'll be here.
Well, now they are. The
The
Pontiac is a hard Cruiser is toast. I think it missed this. I don't know. I don't see any damage there. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? The front tire's flat. And here's the point of impact, right there in the middle of the street. And that's gas, skid marks, landing gear broke off, and that's more gas. Luckily it didn't torch. 201. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. No. This is San Fernando and Osborne right here. It's a block south. This street is something like San Fernando Place or hang on a second, let me see if I can find the sign. San Fernando, I guess it's a parallel part of San Fernando Road, but it's like a frontage road right alongside the railroad tracks on the other side of the San Fernando Road. Corinthi, C-O-R-R-E-N-T-I. The 12,500 block. If you go to the NTSB FAA website, yeah, 12,500. If you go to the FAA website, you look up 201 Kilo Yankee, it'll tell you who owns it. Yeah, Kilo K-Y. And that's the pilot right there in the checkered shirt. I'm surprised he's able to stand up. I'd be shaking like crazy. Hopefully they turned the master switch off. He hit a pole with the right wing. See the dent in the right wing that goes halfway back to the spar? He hit something real hard on this side of the, oh, right there. Yep, I bet you he hit that telephone post right there. I'm betting He hit these cars, went that way, and that wing caught that telephone post, spun him around, and that's what happened right there. Yeah, it's a Mooney M20. It's a 201, actually. It's got a single piece windshield. It's probably a vintage 1980s or 90s. Yep. That's an older one. Yeah, okay. Where did you say it was registered out of? Oh, that explains something. Yeah, it explains something. He may have been flying down here and ran low on gas. He had to make a fuel stop someplace in Northern California, but there ain't a lot of gas that came out of there. There's probably less than a gallon or two on each wing. Right there, it's on the road. Bet you the engine just went. Yeah, that would have burnt. That definitely would have burnt. And because of the direction of the winds, he was coming in from here, heading right for the airport there. He was 1 mile too short in his fuel planning. Yeah, exactly. And because he had a headwind, it kept him slow, and bingo. Now here comes the guy that owns one of these cars. Let me see. Am I right? No. Well, I don't know about his choice of picking that street as opposed to the railroad tracks. A lot less jeopardy. Yeah, but when you look at the potential for hitting somebody on the street or the cars, the railroad tracks would pose a little bit better opportunity because you almost could get that thing down on the side of the right side of the track. Yeah, it's elevated, but he would have hit the fence over there in the wash. The best alternative would have been 5 more gallons of gas. can't move it until the NTSB says they can move it. And the fireman brought parts back from down the street. The nose gear ended up back here somewhere, which he shouldn't have moved. Yeah. Well, the investigators will come out of LAX probably, unless there's one here in the valley. Yeah, there's no FSDO over there. There's one at Van Nuys, but there's not usually an investigator there at the FSDO. They're based out of LAX. Well, I don't know what else to shoot. I think half a mile to a mile short. Yeah, all they needed was half a gallon more, and he could have made it right there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Should call her. Let's see. Skybox stuff. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, out of here.
All right, guys, we are headed to recap Marco Rubio in South Carolina. I know we are only with you Monday through Friday, so after that South Carolina primary, you missed a ton of great speeches. We're going to cut to Mark Rubio here first, and then I will take you through the string of additional speeches, including Jeb Bush announcing that he is throwing in the towel. First, Marco Rubio, though, and you're looking at the White House, which is where everybody wants to live right now. Marco Rubio in just a moment. South Carolina recap.
All right, and just to give you a heads up, we are going to be watching this from MarcoRubio.com. Take a look here. Watch Marco's phenomenal primary night speech in South.
I just wasn't feeling that one. Let's go! You and me, we're going solo. Cigarettes are bullies. Don't let tobacco control you. That we are a state of new beginnings and fresh starts, and you proved it. I've been given one job and one job only, which is to introduce one of the most well-known popular people in America, Tim Scott. So I'm going to take a second. Just upon the off chance that you all know Rubio, how proud I am of the kind of campaign he has waged in South Carolina. And now I want to introduce you to my best friend in all of politics, somebody that I'm not just proud to serve with, but I am proud that he represents me and the rest of you, Senator Tim Scott. It is a good night, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much. We are looking at not just the GOP, the grand old party, we are looking at the great opportunity party. How many guys are excited like I am about Marco Rubio? It's been an amazing week because of you, the voters of South Carolina. Marco Rubio finds himself in second place. This is an amazing finish. This is good news. I call it the cavalry. So Wednesday and Thursday, she came out with an endorsement. I said, I heard the sound of the cavalry. Our governor, Nikki Haley.
Oh, thank you, South Carolina. I first want to take a moment to thank all of the presidential candidates that came through South Carolina. They were all gracious. They went to every corner of the state. That's what mattered, and I appreciate that. But if you will give me a point of personal privilege right now, I want to say a special thank you to Governor Jeb Bush. Without any hesitation, Jeb Bush has been one of the best governors this country. He is a man of great class, and I wish his family well. So now I want to say it's a great night in South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, you never disappoint me. The people of South Carolina continue to show what they're made of. You did it this week. We just woke the country up. We changed this rate. It is when you see Trey Gowdy, when you see Tim Scott, when you see me, we are the start, along with a lot of other people, we're the start of the new conservative movement. It's going to change this country for the better, and help me welcome our leader, the next president of the United States, Marco Rubio.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. First
I want to begin by congratulating Donald Trump. We haven't had a chance to speak yet. He won here tonight. But after tonight, this has become a three-person race, and we will win the nomination. I also, a few moments ago, got to see on television, I've not had a chance to speak to him yet, Governor Bush and his announcement. I have an incredible affection and admiration, not just for Governor Bush, but for his family and for his service to our country. Jeb Bush has many things to be proud of. He's an extraordinary husband. He's an extraordinary father. He was the greatest governor in the history of Florida. And I believe and I pray that his service to our country has not yet ended. And I thank Jeb Bush for everything he did for the state of Florida and for running a campaign based on ideas. And I pray for him and his family tonight as they move forward in other endeavors in their life. Tonight here in South Carolina, the message is pretty clear. This country is now ready for a new generation of conservatives to guide us into the 21st century. For the time has now come after 8 years of failure to return to the Constitution of the United States that made us the freest people that have ever lived. The time has now come for leaders that will re-embrace free enterprise, which made us the most prosperous people that have ever lived. And the time has come to rebuild our military, because the world is a better, a safer, and more stable place when we are the strongest military in the world. We as a nation have faced troubled times before. In fact, 36 years ago, this nation faced a period of doubt. After a failed presidency, it felt like America was in decline, our economy was stagnant, and the American dream felt like it was slipping away. And then we elected a president that inspired us. A president who asked us to remember who we were and who believed, as we do, that America's greatest days always lie ahead. Ronald Reagan made us believe that it was morning in America again, and it was. Well, now the children of the Reagan Revolution are ready to assume the mantle of leadership. Now, those of us who grew up when it was morning in America and Ronald Reagan was in the White House are ready to do for our generation, are ready to do for the next generation what Ronald Reagan did for ours. And who is this conservative movement in the 21st century? Because our principles remain the same. But who are we? My friends, the 21st century conservatives are the son of a single mother who grew up in poverty and was almost lost. And today he serves this state as its junior senator, Tim Scott. The 21st century conservative movement, the daughter of immigrants from India, who wanted desperately for their children to have all the opportunities they never did, who faced a string of prejudice, and yet because of the greatness of our country today, Nikki Haley is the governor of a state where it's always today. And the 21st century conservative movement is the son of a bartender and a maid from Cuba, who tonight stands one step closer to being the 45th president of the United States of America. people that celebrate success. We are a nation that admire people that have worked hard and moved ahead. And as conservatives, we will always celebrate success. But we fight for those who are still trying to make it. If tonight you are that single mother who has made it the purpose of your life to leave your children better off than yourself, in the 21st century, we conservatives will fight for you. If you are watching tonight, and you are that father that works 2 jobs so that your kids could have all the chances you never did, in the 21st century, we conservatives will fight for you. If you're the 17-year-old high school student who wants a big future, so you get up well before dawn to take 2 buses to a better school halfway across town, who gets home late at night to do homework, because you know that God has made you for more than what people around you tell you are made for. In the 21st century, we conservatives will fight for you. We will fight for you because we come from where you are now. Because we live the way you live now. And we know that limited government and free enterprise and a strong national defense is a better way forward for you, for me, for us, and for the United States of America. Tonight, those watching home, I ask you to join us in this effort. This has been a long road. There were many people on this campaign when it first started, many good people, many of whom in any other year would have been a front runner. But now, practically speaking, it's down to 3. And I know that our campaign gives us the best chance not just to come together, not just to unify our party, but to unify our country and to grow this movement. I ask you to go on our website. If you're watching tonight, I ask you to go on our website right now, marcorubio.com, and join our campaign. 60 years ago, a young couple from Cuba came to America in search of a new beginning, a second chance, a fresh start. And America changed their lives. Of course, I'm talking about my parents. 10 days ago, their son arrived in South Carolina after a difficult election in New Hampshire in search of a new beginning and a fresh start. And many thought it was over. Some had doubts about whether we would wind up here even now. For me, the state of South Carolina will always be the place of new beginnings and fresh starts. I know that God's hand is on everything. And so, whatever God's will in this election will ultimately happen to us and to our country. But if it is God's will that I should serve as the 45th president, if it is God's will that we should win this election, then history will say that on this night in South Carolina, we took the first. Step forwards in the beginning of a new American century. Thank you, South Carolina. Thank you. God bless you.
The C-SPAN networks bring you
Alright, that's enough of that. So thank you all for watching. I'm Jim Crawford, and we are out of time. That's it for now. Happy Monday, everyone. We are going to wrap this up right now. So happy Monday. I hope you enjoyed your weekend yesterday. And we'll see you another time. Good luck.